Hello. Welcome to the first issue of GameTech TT, where we're going to be reviewing the PlayStation Move system. The game that we're going to be reviewing is what came with the whole system. It's called Sports Champions. And in this game, there's 5 different games in one. So for that, it's a bit of a bonus. It's 5 in 1. First game we're going to be reviewing is the archery. James Suknarayan, what did you think of the archery game?
Well, the archery was a very addicting game at first, and you have to beat 2 different stages, and it gets harder and harder. Like at the beginning, it's just a simple target you're shooting at, and then is different targets, watermelons, all different fruits, but they're going up and down, so it's difficult. And the controls, was simple. You just hold long trigger button, which like you're sticking out your arrow from your bag, and shoot. And just really easy when you shoot. So it was, and graphics wise too, it was a good game, and I was really impressed with it.
Yeah, it's a fun game. It's a shame this game isn't 4-player though, and it's also a shame that you actually need 2 of these Move controllers to play 2-player. I don't see why you just can't use it with 1, but so you need, for 2-player, you need 2 of these Move controllers with it. But the game is fun, I must admit. What would you give the game out of 10, Jay?
Well, for me, the game out of 10, it was a hard decision, but the only little problems I was having with the game was, well, the loading time wasn't bad, but just you have to calibrate and over, and I would have to say around 8.5 to 9. It's still
okay. So what's that? 8 or 9?
Okay, 9.
Yeah. I'd have to give. Yeah, I think I'm going with 8. 8. So yeah. It is an enjoyable game. It is extremely fun, especially if you're playing. If there's a group where you're playing that game, yeah, it is fun. It pits you against the computer. There's a sort of a time limit on the targets as well, so if you don't shoot in time, the opponent can easily shoot the same target that you're trying to shoot as well. Next up, on what's your favorite game after the archery?
Well, probably the volleyball, I would have to say. And the volleyball too was an interesting game. It wasn't as good as the archery for me, but the controls were simple. You just hold the trigger to serve, and after that it was just hand movements, smashing, blocking, just raise your hand, and everything was just simple. And the graphics, everything was good with the game, and it's very responsive in hitting his shots, everything. No lagging with the game, and it was the same load time, same calibration, so I had no problems with it. It was fairly good.
Yeah, it's a good game. I didn't enjoy it as much as the archery, even though I won my game. But what do you think you'd give it out of 10?
This one out of 10, probably 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I'll go for a 7. Personally, I didn't enjoy it as much, even though, as I say, I won my game. Next up is 2 down, 3 to go.
Well, next up will be the gladiator duel, because it was a fun game. And this game is basically fighting gladiator style with a sword and a shield. But the little problem with this game is you need 2 motion controls for the sword and the shield. This we didn't have, but still, to me it was a good game. Rest like the rest. It was about the same things, but the controls same. No, this time had not so long, no buttons. It was just your hand. Very fun game, and it was short and quick. Just you can pick how much rounds there were, about 3 rounds, and fun for when you play in a group, and to see who could get a win with the least amount of life being taken. And this game was probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I like the fact that you could just smash. It's kind of like Hulk kill, Hulk smash. It was good. Still, me personally, I'd give it a 7 though. For the fact that you do need 2 controllers. Because with the one controller, you've only got control of the sword. I couldn't really operate the shield properly at all. What do you think?
I will have to go with a 7 too, because you don't get the full experience with the one control. Because operate the shield was a little, you had to have that to fend off the opponent, because it was a little hard without it. But still, 7 is my one of this game.
So what did you think of the disc golf?
Disc golf. This was, to me, at the first I didn't realize this game would have been so fun. It wasn't as good as the others, but because you don't really hear about it too often, it's not really a famous thing. But for disc golf, it was alright. It was just like golf with a frisbee, and the game was good. It's basically golf, and the controls good, graphics, everything. I had no problems with this game. It was addicting, but that's not as good as the others because disc golf. Once again,
Marks out of 10?
7. I have to give that 7 because it wasn't what I was expecting. I had to give that 7 because it was more than I did, but it wasn't better than other games. But I didn't realize it would have been that fun.
Personally, I think the game had good graphics. It was fun. It was fun. I could see. We played the very early stages of the game. We didn't go really to the game in depth, but I could see it getting harder and harder. I'd go for a 7 as well. And finally, we come to table tennis. I like that game. Simple fact that first time I played it, I was excellent. Second time I played it, I was rubbish. Absolute rubbish. I couldn't hit a ball. But still fun. It is fun. One thing about the move system is it's extremely accurate. I find it's very, very accurate. It really does follow your movements, pinpoint precision nearly. Marks out of 10, I'd give the game. I'd give it an 8.
Well, this is one I've been waiting for, table tennis. To me, this was the second best game after archery because I like table tennis. I play it, and the same thing, it was very accurate, responsive. You have to be able to put the racket where the ball is, timing, even the distance how far is from the camera counts in this game, defending and attacking. And this game will have to get an 8 for me. So that is my view on it.
Okay, so as I say, this game is 5 in 1. And before, when we first got the game, really the disc golf wasn't on there, was it? I don't think. I think disc golf came like as a bonus. So like I think originally it was 4 games in 1, and down the internet we seem to have got an extra game. So I would have to give this game out of 10. A 10.
Well, to me, I would have to give it a 9 because it was a very fun, addicting thing. Well, for the value and the bonus, but it comes with the thing, so you wouldn't expect it to be fully well modified. But we didn't really get into the later stages of the games, like in the disc golf it was early into the game, so we really can't tell. But I still have, if I had known, but right now what I know, I have to give it a 9. So that's for me.
Yeah. Why I give it a 10 as well? Is because to me this game seems to be what does for the PlayStation what the Wii does all the time. It seems to be, it's a very family orientated game as well. You could get a nice group of people and have a laugh over a long period of time with this game. Yeah, so that's why I'm giving it a 10. You're getting 5 games in 1, and yeah, value for money. Yeah, it's got my thumbs up for sure. Okay, so now we're gonna look at high velocity bowling, which is a very cheap game. You can pick this game up for about anything from 15 to 20 US. So you know, it's a cheap. Most games go for around what 50 to 60 US. Yeah. So it's a very cheap game to buy. I'm not really a bowler. I've probably been to bowling probably about 4-5 times in my whole life, and mainly for the social reason, not the actual event of bowling. Just for the socializing. But yeah, this game was okay. I played the first time I played it, I didn't really like it. Second time I played it, yeah, it kind of grew on me. The graphics seem to be a bit, personally, a bit PS2 instead of PS3. But then remember, you're paying a very cheap price for it. I'd give it a out of 10 a 6. For the simple fact that I don't think it's got that much longevity in fun. Basically, you probably get bored of it reasonably quickly. It's just a game to fling in there when you're bored playing the other games, I suppose.
Well, this high velocity bowling for me. First, I have to start with the graphics. I was a little disappointed with it, but as Eric said, a cheap game, so you can't be disappointed with it. But it's 3D compatible, and I really don't see how this working out because the graphics not that good. So something have to be wrong. But we never tried it on 3D, but I would love to see it. And well, it's a very you have to be specific. Like if I like bowling, I would buy it, but it's alright game, and the graphics, the controls weren't really too good for PS3, but cheap game, so I can't really complain too much about it. And we didn't really get too in depth in the game because it's plenty bowling and it's not really my thing. But if I had to rate this game, I would probably give it a 6.5, just for the reason that it really offers a lot of different things you could do. It's basically just bowling, and we don't really have a good character because I think the further I go into the game is more spin and power and accuracy, but to me 6.5.
Okay, well you see it there. We reviewed 2 games for you for the PlayStation Move. This is it for this show, but we'll be coming back with more reviews on other PlayStation games, other Move games, and other game systems on GameTech TT.